I will be painting on these little squares of fabric. Hello, my name is Verka. I am a Polish disabled artist. I am so stressed doing that, and I thought the best solution for that stress would be if I just told you why I'm so stressed. I may seem like I'm very confident and outgoing, but I'm also extremely scared of rejection and criticism, and I don't react well to that. So I thought maybe if I come forward, I don't want you pity me, but I think maybe if it's said, if it's published, it's gone. It's out of my system right away. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm drinking some matcha tea. That's my favorite tea ever. Trying to stay calm, but I think I'm a little shaky inside, and maybe this YouTube channel could be my journal, my diary, a memoir of how I've come to be more confident and less scared of being rejected or criticized by strangers on internet. I am also an artist, and I feel this need, this nagging need to share my life, my story, my art, because that's what's my art about. When I'm not painting any celebrities, I used to do that when I was just starting to learn how to draw. I would constantly paint and draw celebrities, my favorite actors and actresses, singers, but it was just practice. And I think it's kind of reflected of who I was back then, of who was I looking up to, what I liked, and I like that period. I think it's what's brought me here. Every little decision of my life brought me here to this beautiful art studio with my beautiful husband and my beautiful dog and my great friends who support me. So why am I so stressed? I have no idea. Anyways, what I want to do today, I will be painting on these little squares of fabric. It's a little time travel, let's face it. I've already painted on them. I just needed to record an intro to this video. It took me 4 or 5 days to do that, to just record an intro, because I feel extremely comfortable with recording my process, with making all the decisions, artistic decisions on camera, but I'm still getting used to seeing my face, I think. Even though I started doing makeup every day just to feel, ready and put together, and I like colors on my face. I like playing. I just like spending time with me, looking at myself. So there's the question again. Why am I feeling so uncomfortable actually recording myself and then listening to myself? I think I'll get to that. Maybe I'll have to create another series of self-portraits. The other thing that you have to know about me, I digress a lot. There's constant noise in my head, and I lose train of thoughts constantly. So that's what's to be expected here on my YouTube channel. I'll just show you a sneak peek of the first one. I painted all of these 4 little birds that I will also publish in my shop once this video is out, I think. And you're encouraged to just chill. And while I will be doing that, I think I will be reading you some of my diary entry. I thought maybe to combat my fear of being on camera, I will share you my deepest thoughts. That's a good idea. To be even more vulnerable in front of strangers. Yeah, that's a perfect solution to my self-doubt, I think. But the thing is, I know I am an interesting person. I'm fun. And I've grown to be more nice and kind to other people, which I value about myself right now. And every time I go to sleep, oh my god, I was so nice today. I also have this sarcastic side of me, but I'm working so hard on being more and more aware of other people's emotions, and that they are not just to serve me or they're not just to entertain me. I have to give love to other people and to myself. So that's why I started this YouTube channel. Anyways, please enjoy me painting 5 little birds. Oh, there was a song, 3 little birds. One time when I was at the concert with my friends, no, it was with my father, and there was an old man, like old punk rocker, and then my dad introduced the 2 of us together, and that old guy was singing me 3 little birds. I don't know if it was in English or in Polish. I have no recollection of that. I was a drunkhead back then in my early college years, and now you see me just sipping on my matcha and various kinds of teas. So if I make friends with any of you here, I made one online friend, Ariane, and they are a great, marvelous, and magnificent French illustrator. You should check them out, definitely, because they're just gorgeous, inspire me so deeply. What was I talking about? I think I forgot what I was talking about. So, yeah, if we ever become friends, because I love online friendships, so I will definitely invite you to my studio to have a sip of tea with me. And if you want to reach me some other way, that is Instagram or Patreon or my email, feel free to shoot me a message or become my patron.
Why do I paint so many birds and trees lately? I remember my mom being excited about buying out an apartment next door so we could join the 2 home units together and expand our living space. Then we were excited about adding a second level to our apartment in the basement so we'd have more space that way. When my parents were on speaking terms and my dad was living with us at that time, they made plans to buy a little house in some village few hours away from my town. I remember I was already saying goodbye to my friends, reassuring each other that we'd still keep in touch. None of these grand plans ever came to reality. We were still living in a small nest of an apartment with my mom in one room and me and my 3 siblings in the other room. Somehow I managed to find a tiny space just for myself at the bottom of a bunk bed I shared with my brother. I put up little curtains and Christmas lights, and I even managed to put a little bookshelf inside. And it was there where I spent my time after school, drawing, doing homework, reading, and dreaming of moving out. I was counting days to graduation, and then holidays, and then a long-awaited move to another city. All by myself. I was about to start my adult life in college, and after that I moved a few more times between 11 years ago and now, each time doing my best to create a little nest for myself. After meticulously collecting items that would make my dorm room and then shared apartment my home, I was abandoning it all with just a little nostalgia to move on to my next journey. At some point, I moved across the globe to America with just a backpack and 1 suitcase. But in all this, my art practice and 3 little pencils were always with me. I only recently finished 2 of them. I kept the scraps. I just learned that my need to move and change my life all over again every 2 to 3 years is actually a trauma response. It's something that I didn't choose, but knowing about it makes me understand myself more, and it lets me to try to find my ways how to communicate better with my body. I love discovering what sort of movement and nourishment is currently needed. It's still a work in progress though. I have not mastered or come anywhere close to understanding my needs fully, but isn't it beautiful that I love myself enough to learn about it? Each piece of my work is a story I want to tell. I'm way better at illustrating rather than describing with words what I feel, but I think it's a skill that can be learned. And I let this channel be a testament of me learning how to express myself in different ways. I was never allowed to speak up for myself when I was a kid, and yet expected to fight for myself outside my house. I never understood it. I tend to write my diary here as if no one would ever read it. Only this way will ensure the transparency and honesty in my life. Opening up might hurt sometimes, but I have to do it. My voice might shake, but I have to use it. I am sensitive, but I never allowed myself to be sensitive in the past. I now see it as a strength rather than weakness. When I get to feel more comfortable speaking about it, I will speak. And for the future, I also dream of getting into performance art as well, and I know I'll be good at it. Thoughts of starting over may seem quieter now, although I still fantasize about living in Italy in some beautiful cottage, growing lemons in my garden and painting in the sun. But these thoughts do not overpower my gratitude towards the nest I have here with my husband and our dog. I am beyond grateful for the community we're building here and the roots I'm growing in the part of Poland so new to me. I'm from the north and my husband is from the south. We moved here a year and a half ago and I'm still in awe of the beauty of this region. I have 2 little squirrels living in the nearby trees. I have titmouses visiting my window every day. I even saw a woodpecker today. Maybe it's my old age, but I'm really getting into bird watching. As you may notice, all of the birds have magical names. I really love giving names to my creations. Some of them are names I know from movies or literature, but one of them belongs to my best friend Natalia. She's my nest in human form. She always makes me feel loved and cared for. She recently bought a house and now is making sure I can fit everywhere with my wheelchair. We had a good home together once in college when we were flatmates, and for that reason, it was one of the best moments in my life. We've been best friends forever, lived next door all of our childhoods. It's so strange that there is a person that has known me through all my eras and still chose to stand by my side. I tend to find nests in different places and different people.
Okay, this is a little time travel because I wanted to thank you for staying with me this long. I don't know how long this video will be just yet because I haven't edited it yet, but transparency will be my domain here. I want you to see me the way I see myself and the way my husband see me. I think he was the first man ever that saw me the way I wanted to be seen. Since then, I started flourishing. So thank you for being here with me. Thank you for enjoying my little birds video. And I think this one's my favorite. I don't remember the name of it in Polish, but I remember the name of this one, Kos. And yeah, thank you. Subscribe and like and comment that you like me because I really overshared here.